Hi, my name's Jeff, and this is my KPOD 2011 Teardrop camper. Let's going to take you for a quick tour through this. So let me start at the front. We've got a standard hitch that has a lock on the front, standard 7-pin plug, a little level to know if you're actually level on the when you set up your caravan. Mounted gas cylinder that's just clipped on and clipped off, shut off valve, adjustable wheel jack that is removable, and then one of the main features here is two 100 watt solar panels giving you a total of 200 watts. That's all connected up in here to a MPP solar regulator, and it also has got a 600 watt inverter. It's got 260 amp hour batteries, so they're actually two 6-volt ones that are at 260 amp hours. Right, it also has a satellite dish which is hooked up to a Freeview decoder. We have a quick assemble warning, which we'll show you later. Then we have the main door that accesses us into the teardrop. So let's go outside and have a look. Up here we have the TV. I push that button, it pops down. I turn the power on, and then it's just a matter of turning on the Freeview tuner, and then we should see the strong comes up, and hey presto, there's TV1. Hopefully you can see that picture well. Maybe we'll just come in a bit. And there we are. Alright, so there's plenty of storage here. Just one last feature I forgot was the battery cut-off switch, which will actually cut the battery off. Underneath here we have storage. So we have two cubbies in here. And this is part of the floor that will form the bed, and this is a sliding support which we'll show you later. On the other side we have a pull-out drawer which clips back in place, and there's also storage under here where we've got the spare table, the outside awning that goes over the kitchen and the side walls, and there's actually further storage down behind the back here too as well. Here we have the storage for your clothes, which stores into these compartments here. This also passes through to the kitchen, which we'll show you shortly. It's got a couple of lights here, one over here, one over here. Over here we've got the battery monitor, which is telling us how many amps we're actually charging on the solar, which is 2.5 amps. It's fully charged at 260 amp hours, 100%, and the current voltage is 14.5. Here's the adjustment for the dish that can be wound down and then rotated around. Okay, so the table, which we saw was stored underneath there, just comes out. It has 3 screws. You just unscrew those, place that into here, put the 3 screws in, and hey presto, we have a table. So you just put the 3 screws in, and hey presto, we have a table. and we can sit here. It can be raining outside and you're in your fully enclosed one-piece fiberglass contained KPOD. Bon appetit. Alright, so let's set up the bed. Just to let you know too, there's this nice little handy bag that can actually fit a box of tissues in here, and you can store lots of little bits. Put your phones in there at night too as well. I didn't actually say, but we do have a USB charging port up in the corner, and there's a USB charging out the back where the lights were too as well. So in here, to make up the bed, we actually have down here, connected to the inverter, is a 4-way multi-plug box down the back. So again, you can charge anything. You can be completely off-grid. So we'll open up this, which is a matter of just lifting up this one flat board, putting that over. We can slide this little supporting arm out, and then the two cushions are down. And there we have it. One bed, your feet come in underneath here, and we lie down. And still got plenty of room behind my head. Bed instantly made. Alright, so outside here we have a picnic table and storage area. This is lockable. This just clicks up in place. Under here we have our power, which is connected to the inverter, and for online power as well. The sink, everything's been plumbed for self-containment. It did actually have self-containment. There's even enough spare room to put a 12-pack of beer in there. So plenty of storage, and the tabletop is nice and firm. You can prepare your meal on, or we often just used to put our dishes out here when we wash them to dry. As I said, it can go back and lock back. We come around to the back, and here we go into the kitchen. We have two little lockable padlocks that just click into the latches. So in here we have a tea and coffee area. We have the area that takes us through into the main sitting and sleeping area. We have our own lighting, which can be changed from white to green to blue to purple, yellow and red. Mainly red and white are the colours that I use. It can be dimmed and everything. You can even have a disco mode if you really want to, but let's just get back to the plain white. In here we have our sink and cooker. We have a 2-burner cooktop and a cold water sink, and that's got a plug and everything. Again, it can just fold down and give you an amazing amount of preparation area. Underneath that we have a fully operational 240 volt 12 volt Engel 40 litre fridge with a little ice box and a couple of shelves, enough capacity to take a big 2 litre of milk. And then we have all the storage where we put all our pots and plates and everything, and even some extra food in a slide out pantry. This just stays back with a little magnetic latch. Around the side here we have another cabinet which we can open up, and you can see access for the fridge, a second connection if you want it for the satellite to put another TV in, and a fire extinguisher. It also has self-leveling legs that flick down and lock in place. One on this side, one on this side. LED lights across the back. As you can see, it did have self-containment, but under the change of the laws, it could only get self-containment for one person now. This is your waste with its valve on. We have a portable waste tank. This is your fill for the onboard water tank, which is 40 litres, and the waste tank that comes with it again is 40 litres too as well. So that just about wraps it up. We've got a little handy towel holder here, and there we have it. Alright, so we've also got a permanently mounted awning that's very quick to put up. One zip across the top, two velcros that hold it in place. And then it's just a matter of unrolling it out. And two legs drop down. And then it's just a matter of twisting these legs one side and the other, and then two other legs are kept up in here. That actually gives the whole thing a bit more tension. So this will make the whole thing firm and right up, twist in place, three velcros on the side, okay, two legs, and then it's just a matter of taking the buttons out on this one. And clicking this one in place. Should be out about here. And again, velcroing the three slot velcros on there. One, two, three. And then these can just be adjusted up and they can be brought down, and even in windy, palmy, we can still put it up just like that, and it's self-supporting. You can just tie, there's a couple of ropes here, we can just hook on some guide ropes and tie down. You can even peg these into the ground, and they've got little pins in to drive them into the ground as well, but it's made for quickly putting up and quickly taking away. I don't know why that's happening. Alright, so we've got the waste tank, which when we're travelling, it just fits nicely in the front and just gets strapped on in the front there. We'll bring it out, coil it down, click in the fitting, and then fit this into this end here. Again, this is all being designed to comply with self-containment, cam lock fittings, locked in place. Open the valve, and your water runs through, and there's a vent for that. And we normally store that underneath here. You can move this in around wherever you want to and get it out of the way. It's that quick and easy. Now we also have under here is our 40 litre tank with a drain and the water pump, which is pressure switched, so when you open up the tank the water pump comes on. We also have in here a water pump on off switch, and there we have it, all done. This could be yours. Alright, this Teardrop has 165/13 tyres, mag wheels as you can see. It has Alco leaf springs, and the spare wheel, you may not have seen it, but here it is, sitting mounted underneath the caravan. Everything here is sawed off. Everything comes that you see with this Teardrop. Alright, so here we have our nice table. We can open up the curtain, which of course has mosquito screen in it as well. And here we have our window with is dual locked, 2 levers, positioning 1, 2, 3, and then up again, and it's all the way back. Here you see is the certification for electrical certificate, and that is valid to 2022. And away we lock it, and we can close out for a bit of privacy. And hey presto. We also have a sunroof which has got the closing curtain and the mosquito curtain. We can open those up, and then this is fully openable too as well. One click and up she goes, and I can even stand up and wave to you over there. Probably one of the ways I like to get dressed in the morning. Fully standing up in here, and can get completely changed and no one knows what is actually happening. Right. And there we have it. I hope you like my tour of my KPOD Teardrop camper 2011. Look forward to hearing from you. Contact me. My name's Jeff.